Hashtag us.
Hashtag us. I took off the wrapper because it was being really weird, and then I accidentally ripped it unevenly, so then I just decided to make it makey.
Oh, I should take off the... I'm taking off the wrapper now. Okay. Here, maybe... Hold on, maybe I'll get some ASMR of me taking off the wrapper. That's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
How's that? Honestly,
That's pretty good.
it started to get... It was really quiet at the beginning. It got way better at the end.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah. Now I need
And then
to,
you just gotta
clean it
clean
a
up
little
the
bit.
sticky.
No,
Yeah.
I got it pretty clean. Look at that.
Oh no, yeah. It's easy to. It's just like it gets a little sticky, so then I just like my lips
Lip
look
balm
so good
applied.
right
Okay.
now. Me when my lips look so good right now.
Clearing throat. Lips look good. We are ready, guys. We needed to you know, we're about to like not shut the fuck up when we apply so much lip balm because okay.
Oh,
Tell us.
I think
You think?
I'm going to do red streaks in my hair in like the next 2 weeks.
Guys, the red is coming back.
I want the red for when I graduate because I started Berkeley with red hair, so I'm gonna leave Berkeley with red hair.
He's
and
gonna
also,
leave Berkeley with red. Oh my gosh. Also, guys, reminder, Ronnie's about to graduate. Ronnie's about to have a bachelor's degree in professional music.
after the summer, just gotta do some classes over the summer real quick. Gotta finish those up. Extra credits.
Well, yeah, but you're walking in May. And also those summer classes are nothing. You're gonna be so good. I'm not saying that to diminish your achievements. I'm saying that to be like, it happened to me too. It's really easy. You're chilling.
Yeah.
For context for everyone, I walked before I was fully finished, but it's okay. No one should feel ashamed by that. Just be proud that you finished. Like, it's a really amazing thing that you worked towards that, and be happy because you did it from your dream school.
Yeah, for real. I like cried because I got into Berkeley.
Yeah, no.
Crying.
I'm amazed I didn't cry, but it felt like I was having a heart attack. It was like,
No, yeah.
It was like,
My
I was
heart
like
was
excited, but I
racing.
was also like a little too excited, and I was like, I don't know if I'm about to have a panic attack, but like, this is
Right?
good.
No, like literally.
Because it was like, oh, this is a lot, but I was also just like, oh, I'm really happy about this. Like, this is amazing. But also, I was just like, I don't know,
No, yeah, like genuinely, if my parents were not there, I think I would have screamed. Like, I actually think I would have like screamed and like started doing something crazy because like I remember I was holding myself
in the drywall.
I remember I was like holding myself back because I had Oreo on my lap. So I was like, not Oreo on my lap. She was next to me. So I was like,
You didn't want to hurt her.
can't hurt my baby for real. Like, this is my shawty.
Yeah.
Also because I was like, it'll be easier if I leave for that hair to be touched up than like if I, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Hello again, my frisky friends, and welcome back to rambling about things I read on Reddit. To do the transition thing, so sorry. I'm your host, Brandon Amore.
And I'm your co-host, Ronni Red.
Tonight, we're taking you all on a journey to the Fairfield County Infirmary. This site hides a long, convoluted past, and we're diving in with Reddit threads and a YouTube documentary focusing on a paranormal investigation of the site. You had a reaction. What was the reaction for?
Because he said infirmary, and I get really scared.
I was just like, was there something really funny about infirmary? Am I like missing something?
Mm-mm. Nothing funny about infirmary. I just remember those being the episodes of Ghost Adventures that I would be scared of.
Yeah, no, I get that. This one's interesting. What are your senses of the vibes right now? Actually, no, you know what I think would be a lot more interesting for you to be able to break down? Let's break down today's chart.
Okay.
I'm going to have you break down today's astrological chart.
I have to pull it up, but it's changing every hour.
Okay, at the time that I'm asking, let's just try. Because I'm interested to see what comes up at the time that we're starting the podcast.
All right, gotta go my astro.com, because that's my girl for real.
There you go for real.
It's a fragile. Oh my god. Okay, so we have to watch the Seraphim.
Is Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should be the same times, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Guys, we're so excited for the Seraphim Coachella. Filmchella Part 2.
Sorry, they go really in depth when I'm trying to look for the most simple thing.
Yeah. Trying to look for like the most summary of it.
Like,
you can go in depth if you like.
AstroSeek. Why did I not go to AstroSeek? I always go to AstroSeek. As of guys, this new keyboard. So I found this new keyboard. It was in my lobby area and it was free. So I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, someone was like throwing out a nice mechanical gaming keyboard. Like, nice being like one of the really well-rated budget ones, but still nice. But well-rated budget is context because this was also being thrown out by someone.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is gonna eat. It struggles a little bit to type, but that's okay because it looks cute and it glows.
Yeah.
So, oh, guys, happy Taurus season.
Happy Taurus season.
Taurus season started today.
Mm-hmm.
Because, oh, that's so real. Right before 420. That makes so much sense. And right before Earth Day, like, that just makes sense. Like,
celebrate.
Like, that's
holiday.
Dude, facts.
Yeah.
If you took a holiday. Because, yeah, duh. Mercury retrograde. So, oh, that would explain. Okay. Why did I forget that it was a Mercury retrograde? Because that makes sense as to why.
Please explain.
That makes sense why we were having such issues trying to log on. That makes so much sense.
Okay.
Because, like, during like Mercury retrograde, there's more chances of like miscommunication and things of that nature. But there's also like it affects technology as well. So more technological issues tend to occur during Mercury retrogrades.
Yeah, quite literally 20, 30-ish minutes ago, we were trying to get on. I was sending Ronni the link to be able to record. Not working. I had to start up a new session. Trouble with that. Unfortunately, Ronni has gotten sick. Because Ronni has gotten sick, Ronni was taking a nap and was a little bit off schedule with things. Not blaming you, but like it's just like there's just so many things in line that are happening that are just no. Anything more?
Pisces, Mars. I'm looking at. There's just a lot going on down here. Jesus Christ.
Okay, Tell us. Details. We can't see your screen. Tell us. We can't see your screen.
Okay. Venus. Okay. So Venus, and Mercury conjunction. But the thing is, Mercury's in retrograde, so I feel like it's just gonna be doing the opposite of what it should be doing.
Okay, can you tell us what that means, please? You're just telling us things.
It's more like it feels like things are like a lot more viewed in a materialistic way right now. Like in the world, if I'm just going off, because like obviously like Venus, planet of love, aesthetic and stuff. And then with like Mercury
literally in the midst of me, the little pride background thing that I added, it has a cute little animated heart now. So coincidence? I think not.
Wait, does it? Please, let me have this. Why does it never want?
Yeah.
I swear, it never works for me.
Yeah.
Like it just stopped working. Yo.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna bring us back, or try to bring us back at least. We'll see what I can get to. So I have an article that I wanted to I'm just gonna read from it. It's from Haunted US, and the writer is Mitch Goth, related to Mia Goth, perhaps.
Okay.
This isn't a real speculation. I'm just related to Mia Goth. Is Mitch Goth a stage name? Were they goth growing up? We may never know.
Will you wear wigs?
Have you worn wigs? Okay. Haunted US. Okay. The Fairfield County Infirmary. This old Ohio poorhouse reportedly houses restless spirits from its downtrodden past. Y'all speak English. Okay, so there are ghosts. These are some of the ghost stories of the Fairfield County Infirmary, but this is like the diet mode. I'm just kind of giving you character descriptions and event descriptions.
Okay.
So there's a little icon that looks like this. And it says
it's cold?
I mean, kinda. It's just a silhouette icon. It looks like the bathroom sign, but just like shoulders more up. The spirit of an elderly former resident has been seen throughout the building. Okay.
Ooh.
Y'all just scared of old people. Anyways, the next symbol is a question mark. It says, people who venture to the attic are said to experience strange, unnerving feelings.
Okay.
The next one, it looks like a little speedometer thing.
Mm-hmm.
It says, equipment anomalies have been reported by past investigators. Ooh, this next one, it looks like the first one, where it's like kind of a bathroom person symbol, but its shoulders are a little bit up more, except this time it's an outline instead of being filled in. Whoa. It says, past workers have claimed to see the apparition of a little girl. Guys, a child.
I'm scared.
That's scary.
Ghost
Guys,
kids.
what do you see during sleep paralysis? Children. Not even like scary looking children, just children. That's it.
Nephews, my nieces, they're awesome, and I love them.
Grayson's perfect, except Grayson is scary.
He's so silly.
No,
He's so silly.
Yeah, but like, You see him climb?
No, he's crazy.
That's a little monkey right there. That's a little monkey that can
No.
barely walk. Can't walk, but it can climb. And oh my god, whenever I'm eating and we're at the eating, but whenever I'm eating and we're on like high chairs or something, he's always just like walking underneath, and then you just feel him like grab your kneecaps only. Like, and because his hands are so small, but his hands are just big enough to grab like just your kneecaps, and he'll just like hold and like squeeze your kneecaps really gently, and it's so scary.
It tickles.
That
I'm like crazy, and I'm gonna accidentally kick you. Literally, stop it.
No, he does. It's like I might accidentally punt you.
Like fully by accident too.
Like love you, but fully by accident. I might kick you into the wall. I'm so sorry, Grayson.
I love him though. He's so goofy.
No, yeah, he's literally so goofy. Okay. Ooh, this next one. It's a headphones icon. Headphones icon.
Okay.
Headphones icon. Disembodied voices are said to be heard often in the building. You're just like walking, you hear like see, like, this is a lot more effective during just a podcast, but because we can see each other, and people are deaf. I think my favorite part about recording these episodes is that we try everything to remember that people are not going to. We're like, it's okay. People aren't gonna look at this. People aren't gonna look at this. So we can say what we want. It's okay.
Yeah. It's fine.
They use this next logo again. It's the shoulders up bathroom symbol person outline. The ghost of Willie is reportedly spotted on the second and third floors. And the next one is another headphone one. Guys, be more creative. Many claim to have collected EVPs from recordings taken in the building.
Okay.
Claim lies. I've seen some.
Lie.
Yeah.
Lie. That
was kind of good. You're eating right now.
Lie.
Okay.
Lie.
The Fairfield County Infirmary's history.
Okay.
In the rural outskirts of Lancaster, Ohio, sits an overgrown and almost forgotten relic of local past, Fairfield County Infirmary. Its sturdy red brick cut by thin window frames and touched by simultaneously a simple old building and a remarkable sight to behold. That was like kind of like unreadable. Hold on. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I don't mean to come for you, Mitch Goth. Okay. Its sturdy red brick cut by thin window frames. Okay. I'm going to edit on the fly. Grammarly Live. Its sturdy red brick is cut by thin window frames and touched by a few ornamental features. The Fairfield County Infirmary is a simple and old building and a remarkable sight to behold.
Ah, okay.
While its age might be obvious to most passers-by, the real intrigue of Fairfield County Infirmary might be more difficult to see. More difficult? I'm so sorry. More difficult. Honestly, mort. The prefix mort, very relative. Loss of death.
Boom.
In recent years, stories of ghostly encounters and paranormal happenings inside the building have brought ghost hunters from across the nation to Lancaster. But just what is the story behind this mysterious brick building and the spirits that call it home? Little Hook. Captain Hook. Anyways. So we have a timeline. They're giving us a timeline. I hope it's a little bit more readable. No offense.
Yes.
You know what? Full offense. You posted this on, like, you didn't structure this in a way that was readable. And that is not my fault. So, full offense. This is a respectful intervention. This is a respectful. I'm okay. Okay. Let's be real. Please. Proofread. Well, I mean, yeah, proofread. It's kind of hard to read. I said it. Like, either way, thank you for gathering all of the information. I just wanted it to be a little bit easier to read collectively, but it's fine. We're at the timeline. We're going with it. I will help you Grammarly on the fly, but except not using Grammarly. I'm Grammarly.
Facts.
This is my drag persona.
Facts.
In 1828, the growing community of Lancaster built a simple wood frame almshouse, a place for the poor and outcasts to find home. Almshouses and poor houses accepted many people, but inevitably, most poor houses ended up home to the elderly, the infirm or disabled, widows and or orphans, the quote-unquote clinically insane, and even criminals and vagrants. As a result, conditions in these homes were often suspect. But the first... were often suspicious. Sus. But the first residents of the new Lancaster poorhouse enjoyed good conditions for the era, for the early years. Just for a little bit. Teensy bit. Teensy weensy. In 1828. Okay, so a little bit later, 1840 now, as often happened at the almshouses, man, tongue twisters. As often happened at almshouses, Lancasters quickly became overcrowded. By the late 1830s, the cramped quarters demanded a new building, and in 1840, they got it. Built of brick and stone, the new facility was a big step forward for what was coming to be known as the Fairfield County Infirmary. But by 1865, expansions were needed to handle an explosion of new residents, from Civil War widows to permanently disabled veterans. Huh. What did you drop?
My chapstick.
Pick it up. Go get it. Yes. So they severely felt the effects of the Civil War, like the aftermath of the Civil War. In 1903, we're on 1903 in the timeline. For the remainder of the 1800s, the Fairfield County Infirmary continued to expand the main building and expand into outbuildings. By the end of the century, the property included a farm, a laundry facility, tenant houses, and a pauper's cemetery at the back of the property. Not with the little pride in the background. Not with a little pride. Shh, they don't know what paupers are. Shh.
That's what it's gonna smell like when you walk into the Charlie XCX Troye Sivan concert.
Yeah, you won't even need to bring any. Someone's just gonna leave them open. You can just walk around. You're good. Pauper, as in Princess and the Pauper. Princess and the... What was the princess doing? Anyways. By 1903, the population of the infirmary had reached a peak at 83 residents. That doesn't sound like that many, but honestly, for the time, I guess that would yeah. Over the next few decades, the building continued to modernize, adding gas, lighting, and heating. And in 1917, gas lighting and heating in 1917, and indoor plumbing in 1926. Then moving up.
Okay, indoor plumbing. I see you.
Oh, Oh, yeah, they got indoor plumbing right during the Great Depression. In 1958, after the Great Depression spurred new interest in social safety nets and elder care. The population of Fairfield County Infirmary and other places like it swiftly dwindled. But, unlike many other poor houses, the advent of Social Security didn't close down Fairfield immediately. The building continued to hum along well into the 1950s, mostly tending to the sick, elderly, or permanently disabled residents of Lancaster rather than the poor or widowed. By 1958, electric lighting was finally added to the structure.
Okay.
In 1985, or this is 1985 in the timeline, county budget cuts and population reductions continued to chip away at Fairfield County Infirmary as the years went on. The old farmland on the property was sold to Ohio University in 1965, and over the next 20 years, the facility went on a slow decline to closure. The final workers and residents left in 1985, and Fairfield County Infirmary was swiftly renovated and reopened as county offices the following year. During this time, it was known as the Clarence E. Miller Building.
Okay.
And in 2013, the Miller Building housed the county health department for 27 years until the decaying building was finally closed down for good in 2013. But that wasn't the end for the historic almshouse. Local residents and paranormal enthusiasts soon took interest in the old building due to its storied past, and tours of the space soon became commonplace. The building was sold in 2020. In the few years since, it has opened up for full-fledged ghost hunts. But just what sorts of spirits still call this old almshouse home?
This
Question mark,
infirmary
exclamation,
has
question
been
mark.
through she said, hold on, eras. Here's my different eras.
Yeah, so it went from a poor home for... I mean, also considering the time period, we know that this is just going to be a place for anyone who is considered sick, not doing well mentally, and no, they definitely didn't say that they weren't doing well mentally. Everyone else was saying that, and then just forced them into there and admitted them, like, without their consent. I mean, if it was also a work building, guys... There was sadness, there was death, and there was depression caused by the workforce.
Stress.
Depression caused by the workforce.
Some depression.
Yes. Okay. So, this, it goes into some little descriptions of types of hauntings. So, let's get into them. This is the spirit of Mysterious Willie. With a past so riddled with death and misfortune, it may come as no surprise that the Fairfield County Infirmary is filled with ghost stories. The building has so many reported spirits, a few have been given names. One of the most well-known is Willie, a listless apparition who is said to haunt the second and third floors of the infirmary. Many say Willie seems lost, or like he's looking for something. He's almost always seen walking aimlessly through the halls, stopping occasionally to peer out windows.
No, why are you... Close the window.
I also don't like that he's looking for something.
Yeah, like...
Because it's like, I don't want to notice that, but then even further than that, it's just like, are you going to start looking for me?
Like,
am I going to be added to the list of things that you're looking for?
Like, who else is scared?
I'm terrified. Horrified. Mortified.
Because I'm thinking the same exact thing. Because that's the same, like, thing that crossed my mind. So I get it.
Fairfield County Infirmary's Little Girl Ghost. Another often reported ghost around the Fairfield County Infirmary is a little girl that some have dubbed Susie. The spirit of Susie has been reported in a few locations, including doorways of former offices and areas around the morgue. Susie is said to be a young blonde girl who appears sad or lonely. Some have tried to interact with her, only to have her disappear right in front of them.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
Yeah. It's great, isn't it?
Bro, imagine talking to someone and they just...
Peace.
No, have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also like verbalizing some of the things you're doing just to make sure that whoever is listening is able to like see what we're doing with their ears.
You're so right.
Yeah, trust. I've seen it. This next one. Fiery phantoms at Fairfield County Infirmary. Perhaps the saddest ghost story is that of Jane Householder. Jane was once a resident of the infirmary who burned alive after a gas stove caught her clothes on fire. Now, the specter of Jane is a regular sight throughout. She is most often encountered as an apparition of an old woman wearing a dress. Unlike Susie's spirit, no one has reported the results of interacting with Jane's phantom. So either they've all died, or she just don't.
Yeah, like, I don't know what else to say.
Oh, okay. Spooky sounds from within. Fairfield County Infirmary is seemingly a hotbed of paranormal activity. Visitors and workers in the past have often claimed to hear disembodied voices and even a whole room's worth of chatter in certain areas. Oh, that's a lot.
I don't want to go. Like,
you want to go?
I said I don't want to go here.
Oh, no, we won't.
Oh,
we
I
won't.
know, but
This is the furthest we're going. Whenever they investigate, they find the spaces devoid of life.
Devoid of chagrin.
Devoid of chagrin. The Poem King show shall now begin. Our methods. Submit and Bethany. Submit and Bethany. Ooh, so good. Perfect. Okay. Anyone? Whoever heard us do that, which is everyone who's listening. So I'm hoping you're listening. Anyways, look up, after this, of course, look up The Poem King Submit on YouTube or on Spotify or probably other streaming platforms too. Just look it up, listen to it. It's worth your time. The YouTube video is the best. He deserves a lot of recognition for that masterpiece of work.
Yeah, like people died. Like
people died.
He left me flabbergasted.
Yeah, he literally cosplayed as Twilight, but with big cats instead. Mm-hmm. If you watch the video, you'll know what we're talking about.
You'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Some have also reported mysterious banging sounds and the sounds of slamming doors throughout the building. Additionally, those who have gone into the attic have reported strangely unsettling experiences and feelings up there.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I feel like everyone always has icky feelings when going into the attic.
Yeah. Popular Midwestern destination for paranormal enthusiasts in recent years, past investigators have reported countless experiences in the building. Investigators often say that equipment will malfunction. Honestly, same thing. Will malfunction in certain areas of the building. Additionally, many have claimed to come away with recordings of a lot of EVPs.
Okay, work.
Yeah.
No.
You like it?
Yeah.
Do you like it? We're gonna go there?
Yeah.
Sleepover?
Should I bring a cot or an air mattress?
It doesn't matter. As long as we have our iPads and some portable chargers, we can watch Moana, 21 Jump Street, Wreck-It Ralph, Expelled, the first Harry Potter movie. Not promoting it, but we could watch it.
Because we have it already pre-downloaded.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Oh, yeah, Frozen. Frozen, back when it had its original glamour. Perfect. Amazing. Okay.
The Bush Family TV series.
Oh, yes. Oh, and then season 2 of Pretty Little Liars.
I have an episode of Pretty Little Liars and an episode of Chopped. 2 episodes of Chopped.
Yes, and oh my gosh, and I Got a Hot Room for iCarly.
Hell yeah.
Okay, but speaking of YouTubers and content creators, Sam and Colby. Sam and Colby really helped me out with this one. I feel like I got to know them personally.
Did you watch the video?
Of course I did. That's what I was watching. That was so spooky dooky.
Yeah, like watching Sam and Colby videos like alone, even during the day, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of scared right now, guys.
Yeah, because I had the house to myself, and then my headphones were on because I didn't want to turn on my speakers, and like my room was a little dark because I wanted to have like the fancy lights and everything, and I was like, what's behind
like, I don't
me?
think I like this.
Yeah, no, I was getting chills. Like my back was tingling. I felt like someone was watching me. I felt like I needed to defend myself.
No, yeah, I watched it while I like watched episodes while I was in the booking office. And I'm like scared. I'm like, it's bright as hell in there, like literally office lighting. It's me and my coworkers, like, and I'm
still
terrified.
It still gets ya.
So scary.
I know. Okay, so they pull up with a guy named Nate. We have no. Oh,
is it their friend?
I think so. He has like brown hair.
Yes!
That's like spiked up.
Oh, he's so
he was
cute.
talking. He's
so cute. Oh.
He was talking about how he smelled bad the entire time.
Yeah, that makes sense. This bro, remember that they're from Kansas. Like, please keep this in mind. Like, they are from Kansas.
Oh, that gives me so much more context. Wow.
Yeah, they're from Kansas.
Yeah, okay. So Nate was there. He had a lot of layers on. He was wearing I feel like he was wearing a bomber jacket. It was really cute.
Uh-huh.
He stuck out to me. I was staring. Staring.
Every time they say we're bringing a friend, I'm like, it's July.
Yeah. So it's really, really icy outside, and they, what is it? At the Fairfield County Infirmary, they filmed the Twisty the Clown scenes from American Horror Story there, which, what the fuck?
Okay.
It's cool that they are able to film on site for things, but it's like, oh,
why couldn't you just build
the things that actors do?
I know, for real. Like,
because some actors really get into it. Some actors really just put their entire lives in danger just to get a good shot, which is like, props to you. Reasonable that you are being paid well for your job, unless you suck. But like, you know,
like, it honestly blows my mind because I like just can't. Like, I just can't put myself in this situation.
It's like, congrats. Literally, amazing job. Adam Kimmel is a paranormal investigator, but he is also the owner currently. Okay. He acquired the property in 2020, I believe.
Okay.
So there's a lot of terrifying dolls in there, super antique furniture. Looks like a really old hotel. The ceilings are like super artsy. I don't know how to explain it. It looks like there's beams on the ceiling, but it's more just like a bunch of like it's not actual tiles, but it's just like it's super decorative. It's super decorative. Not a flat ceiling at all. Very much like it looks like there should be chandeliers in like every square of the ceiling.
Okay.
Obviously, peeling, cracking paint. You can see the yellowing walls and materials of the building underneath. Okay, so here's the group that's there. There is Sam, Colby, the two dudes from Haunted Nights.
Okay.
There's Lexi from their Explore Club. She's a contest winner. Lexi was kind of vibes throughout the video.
I want to be here so bad.
No, yeah, we need to just, guys, fund us so then we can do that, so then we can collab.
I mean, Sam and Colby really liked that I had them sign their mugshots. So.
Yeah. They also, oh, and there was also Nate, of course, their friend Nate.
Yeah.
People who were at the hospital were put there by force, and no one wanted them in society. There were over 1,500 bodies found in the cemetery in the back, buried upside down, like vertically. So they were either upside down or standing up, to save space. So they were not laid down. They were just...
What the fuck?
They were like literally shoulder to shoulder.
What the fuck, actually?
And then Sam and Colby. Sam and Colby.
Sam and Colby.
It's because I was thinking too hard. Sam and Colby. Oh goodness.
Sam and Colby. Real.
Okay.
Sam and Colby.
Samantha and Colette were
You don't even realize how funny that is that you just said that.
I really don't. But I know a little bit. Give us context. Finish the context.
So Sam and Colby's like older videos, they're obviously like goofy, whatever. But they had these other personas that were girls, and you got one of the names correct. So
The other one.
let me double check what Colby's was, because I feel like you were like really, really close.
They made a joke. They're just like, oh, so all the people that come here are just the all-American rejects. Bitch. I noted that because I thought you should know that they said that.
Yeah, Samantha and Colleen.
Samantha and Colleen. Ooh, Colleen has not aged well. Anyways. So they used to chain people to the walls upstairs.
Oh my god.
Orphans were kept in similar areas. Like, really, like, pretty close by. Like, the people who were chained to the walls upstairs were in the same spot as the orphans. Like, they were with each other.
Sharing the same space.
Yes.
Um,
And, like, obviously, there's a graveyard area. 1,500 bodies.
that's also just like, damn, like you really didn't see these people as human because like you didn't even try to like lay their bodies down at least.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. That's actually insane.
And that's back when land was cheap.
Why are you playing Tetris with human bodies? Like,
That's a good question. More interesting stuff.
Okay.
Lexi, the Explore Club person, she is sensitive to ghosts. And she works in a nursing home and experiences whispering and breathing on her ears, like when no one's around.
Okay.
Their investigation this time, they're doing it during a very snowy night. Of course, literally the worst time. Also, it gives it kind of, I guess it's a good way to showcase kind of what they were experiencing, the inhabitants of the place.
Of course.
So historically, the superintendent beat the people who were there, and he was described to be much worse than prison guards. So just beat people for fun.
What the fuck?
just power trip stuff, or just being annoyed of people. I don't know. Like, just
Definitely a power trip thing.
yeah,
sure.
like just fully like no reason behind it. Just like whatever crazy reason. That's why he's doing it. There's no good logical thing going on there.
That's
most of the graves, I'm sure you figured, are unfortunately unmarked, and it looks like a large field. So it looks like a big grass field that like you could have elementary school field day picnics on. You're fully stepping on graves. That's just all graves. It's flat. It's like completely flattened. It's insane.
Like, I just feel so bad for those people who like don't know where their family is, or like,
yeah. Oh, and while they were out there looking at the graveyard, they turned to look back at the infirmary, and they could have sworn that someone was like peeking their head out at them through the windows, and they were and Haunted Nights was like, that's probably just Willie. That's probably just Willie. It's okay.
That's probably Willie. Don't mind him. It's just Willie.
I'll fucking mind him. I'm not going back in there.
What the fuck do you mean it's just Willie?
I'll mind him if I want to mind him.
Like, it's just Willie. Bro, shut up. Oh my god.
As this was happening, they heard a whole piano playing from the infirmary. Like, while they're walking back, they just start hearing piano.
It was Demi Lovato.
Skies are crying. I'm watching.
Personally, I was thinking about the one scene in Camp Rock, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyways. The hauntings.
The hauntings.
So, like I said, it was a hospital. It was a retirement home. It was an asylum. It was an orphanage. It was homeless housing. And unfortunately, obviously, well, not obviously, I don't think I've said this yet, but the homeless housing was unfortunately known as a poor farm.
Okay.
People that worked there were known as overseers of the poor. And while this was being explained to them, they just hear like crazy banging throughout the building. Like, it just sounds like things are just walking, or like they're just like moving around really quietly and just throwing things against the walls, and then like I
hate that.
So outcasts of society were thrown there. The chains in the attic, the ones that were used to have people against the walls, they were put there with different hooks, and it was there specifically so that there was less insulation, and they wanted the prisoners there to be exposed to more of the snow and the elements. And this is also like where the orphans were pretty much. I think in the dungeon there were a lot of people being like tortured and beat up, so like constantly too. And this was like all the way in the basement area, but you could hear the screams throughout the entire building. It's like, because there wasn't any doors to go down to the dungeon. It was just it was an open kind of massive staircase leading down, and even when you got down there, it was just big concrete open space, so none of the sound was absorbed. It kind of just all threw itself back into the infirmary, and you just heard it all throughout. So the poor kids in the orphanage were not doing so hot with that, trying to sleep at night.
Well, yeah.
News articles were constantly posted to make fun of them as a facility, which honestly, roast them. They're doing a terrible job. But also with the time period that the news articles were being posted, I doubt that they were making fun of them for the right reasons. Yes, again, bones in the backyard, shoulder to shoulder. And when they come in with GPRs, ground penetrating radars, they have confirmed to actually like that the bodies are there. It's not just people talking shit. It's yeah.
That's insane. Like, that's just so sad.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I don't think I would have a good time there.
Just like unmarked bodies. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, those were all people.
Mm-hmm. And even worse, because they were the outcasts of society, like, they were, like, literally just us. I hate to be that person, though, because I'm, like, I'm not like other people. I'm just an outcast.
Ew.
Vomit. But people who were considered outcasts at that point in time, yes, if they were not white, outcast. If they had depression, anxiety, outcast. If they had ADHD, outcast. If they had a lazy eye, outcast. If like you breathed in a different way, or if you had a deviated septum, but your deviated septum was like so deviated that it would look different to someone, outcast. Like it was anything. And
Yeah.
like these were just people who were existing and probably absolutely doing nothing to people. And they were most definitely lashing out violently because of how they were treated initially. Let's not blame them. So, the ghosts that Sam and Colby are going to be looking for. We have Willie, one of the only people with a gravestone, said to haunt the second and third floor, and likes to peep out of windows and hallways.
Okay.
Like we said, we have Jane Householder, mentioned earlier, the elderly woman who, another story, another perspective, different story, wanted to start a fire and went to the attic to do it. Like she was cold, but she was wearing clothes with accelerant on them, and she burned alive when she was 73. But note, she was alive for 9 hours after that. She's known for slamming doors, disembodied voices, and objects moving on their own, and a smell of lavender when all of this happens.
Okay. So she did it on purpose.
Set herself on fire?
No.
Oh yeah, no, she's just there to ruin your day when you're there.
Yeah, like, damn girl, okay.
She's angry. Well, honestly, she was just trying to get warm. And the fact that she passed away just because she was trying to get warm because they were mistreating her, she has every right to do that. So I kind of get it.
Yeah. I can't get over the accelerant on her clothes.
Yeah, no, that sucks. The thing is, it was probably just like how they were washing the clothes, what they were using to perfume the clothes, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
After this, the next section that they mention is the morgue. They go to the morgue.
Okay, morgue.
So there are 2 freezers, and one was for children, the other one was for adults.
Okay.
There was a hole in the bottom of them for all of the fluid in the bodies that would drip off and drain out of the freezers. That's why they're for the children and the adults.
Yeah.
It was not for their food, if anyone was thinking that. And all of those decomposing body fluids would drain into the local drinking water systems.
What?
Yes.
And like the city did nothing about it?
Well, not for a while, at least.
Oh my god, what?
They probably didn't know what was happening.
Oh, oh my god.
It's rough. It's worse than
have a visceral reaction.
Wait, what is it? Cecil Hotel?
It's the Cecil Hotel in
Hollywood.
It's in LA. What about it?
The one with the body in the tank and people were like,
oh yeah, that's the Cecil Hotel.
Yeah, it's like that, but like on the scale of an entire town.
Yeah.
Lots of bodies.
Personally wouldn't go to the Cecil Hotel.
No, me neither. I'll research it. I'll watch stuff about it. Don't catch me there. Also, if I'm there, that's how you know something's really wrong.
Yeah, it's also near Skid Row, and Skid Row, like, it's just objectively not safe. Not the safest. At night and stuff.
So in that area, there's groaning often heard, just disembodied groaning and voices. There's rattling chains, and people feel themselves being grabbed. In the attic, they see a 7-foot tall shadow man.
Huh. That's like that's scary. My coworker's 6'7", so just imagining someone who's like, not. Oh, that's really scary. Slenderman, get out of here.
Like, oh, you wake up in the middle of the night and there's just enough light so that you can see a little bit of your room, and you just see it in the corner approaching your bed. Oh, you're like not gonna forgive me for giving you that visual. Oh, we're at Susie, little girl named Susie.
Susie! It's always a little girl named Susie.
They're scared that this girl could be connected to the Sally house.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I know this one.
Wait a minute.
What is that? Ronnie's poking the camera with something. What's that?
It's just a makeup brush.
Ooh, do my makeup.
Can I?
I mean, sure. We're 3,000 miles apart right now, but sure, next time we're available. Yes.
When we move in.
Yes. Little Susie is 7 years old. She likes to play with the lights.
It's always a little kid.
I don't like when she likes to play with the lights. It's fucked up that she plays with the lights. What if I'm scared? All of the above mentioned are places and ghosts that they're working to come in contact with during the investigation.
Okay.
So Adam Kimmel, like I said earlier, he bought the building in 2020.
Jimmy Kimmel bought the place in 2020.
It's very, very, very confusing, just like the Winchester Mystery House. So there's like, if you try to go up certain staircases, they lead up to walls, or like there's just staircases that go into ceilings.
That would actually just piss me off.
And like there's doors that are just like you open them and it's just a wall.
You know what? They're so fucked up for this, for having it be an infirmary, an asylum, an orphanage, and a retirement home, and having it be that confusing. Like, no wonder why people are going quote unquote insane, because you fucking made this place a hellhole.
I feel like the people working there had to have been like 3 times more insane.
Why would you?
Exactly.
It's like walking in the basement of 150.
Yeah. Oh, the infirmary had jail cells for each men and women.
Dude, how big is this place? Jesus.
It's big, but not that big. It's
because like I just think
they just kind of cram a lot into it.
I'm like, there can't be any more space. Boom. You'd say there's something else, and I'm like, where the fuck did they fit this?
Yeah. If you violated the rules, you'd be taken there.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of people like to leave offerings on the tables in the rooms to show respect to the spirits as well. And
that's nice.
As this was happening, like they were walking through the house and like touring it as we were finding out all of this information.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. I forgot to let everyone know that that's what it was that we were going through. And Adam starts to explain when someone came back in 2018. Mm-hmm. Or Adam came back to investigate the place in 2018, and someone returned, and he said that he used to work there in the early 2000s, and they used to cram, and he had some facts and just interesting things about the place that they don't document. They used to cram 10 to 14 patients in each room. They could be heard screaming out on the street when you would drive up. And Superintendent Hummel was the one that everyone hated. And one of the inmates was documented whacking him in the back of the head with a shovel. Pay back, pay back, pay back.
No, literally get him though. Get him.
No, he deserves that. Like, I don't wish that on people normally, but when you're that terrible to that many people, It was coming for you. That's
Facts, like
karma's a bitch.
genuinely.
You should have known
I
better.
don't know better.
Um, if you didn't shower for 24 hours, you were sent to the dungeon.
Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on, let's hear them out on that.
Kind of aggressive, but they're kind of onto something. They're kind of onto something.
They might be cooking with that one.
How much do you want to bet that the guards smelled worse than the patients?
Oh, 100%. Someone
So the
said
dungeon was
that-
made of entirely concrete. There was also chains against the walls.
Oh. Awesome.
When the health department took over in the 80s, they didn't change the layout. They didn't do anything about it. And like I said earlier, the screaming from the dungeon was always heard throughout the building.
Bruh, like, this is why bitches piss me off when they're like, people have resources. Yeah, these are their resources.
They're just like, you can go to a facility. The facility is in question.
They don't care about you. You're just a number to them.
And people are like, it's gotten better. And it's like, yes, at very specific places. And you have to know a lot about them.
Or have a lot of money.
No, you can know a lot about them. But as soon as you know a lot about them, the next question is, how are you going to be able to afford it because of the American healthcare system? Question mark. Anyways. The chicken coop.
They had a chicken coop?
No, they just called it the chicken coop because, like, of how they were referring to the people there. The original wallpaper is still on the walls, and Hummel, the previous superintendent, lost his position because someone froze to death and someone else, in the chicken coop, someone froze to death and also someone else was found, I think, dying with maggots growing inside of them.
All right.
Yeah. So after that, they take a trip downstairs and they go to the morgue. So while they're walking to the morgue, there's also one out of tune piano. Jesus.
Classic.
Literally, can they have anything that's normal, that's not like stressful, terrifying, horrible?
Right, I'm saying. I love it.
Yes. So on the way to the morgue, they see that out of tune piano, of course. Why do they have to have it there? And the morgue is actually right behind the receptionist desk.
Bruh.
It's not even a wall behind the receptionist desk. It's just the receptionist desk right in front of the morgue.
Okay. Well, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, that would be the setup.
Yeah, and they literally just had giant walk-in freezers for the bodies. And they also had a separate draining area for if they were doing anything to prep the bodies.
Yeah.
For the fluids that would go into the local water system. It's said that a male dominant figure haunts the area. It's okay, just find a sub. He'll be fine.
Oh yeah, literally. He'll be fine.
So Adam, while he was investigating or something, there was a girl crying on the floor when they came in, and then a woman's voice was heard in the back. And Adam continues and said that those people who were visiting felt like they couldn't leave for some reason. Oh, yes. So some people were investigating during like some tours and stuff, and she was crying on the floor, and she didn't know how to get up and get out. She like couldn't move.
That's like crazy. Oh, that's like actually a big fear now. Imagine that, like, but being like unable to like physically unable to get up like that.
Oh yeah, and like sleep paralysis. Worst feeling ever, especially when I saw that one in the mirror.
Bruh, I think I would have cried. Actually,
I just looked down and I was just like, you know what? I made it up.
I made it up.
Absolutely mortifying. Yes, and Adam goes into detail more about how spirits are said to forget their names. It just it's just their tasks get so redundant and no one refers to them by their names. Everyone sees them as just the scary thing now that like it's been so long that they've existed longer as a spirit than they did as a person. Colby started getting dizzy while Adam is explaining all of this, and Nate also starts to feel dizzy. And if you go back into the clips, like they did in the video, they both start like stumbling a little bit. Adam takes them all to get the giggles out, the White House. It is literally a White House. That's all that I have to say about it.
Cool.
While they were walking, one of the investigators was just like, "Do you see that? In the tree line, do you see that?" And he thought he saw just like a bunch of people like peeking their heads out from the trees and like walking, yes, and like walking, like peeking their heads out and then running from tree to tree and like hiding behind it and like looking out.
No. Oh God, that's like actually so terrifying. Like a bunch. Okay, like one or two. A bunch.
Even one or two is too much.
No, literally, that's too much.
That's like, it's gonna make me cry.
You're saying a bunch, bruh.
And
Jesus.
this is a story from when they were first buying the property. The co-owner and Adam were cleaning when they found something, and it was just like some boxes, and they opened it, and there were just dead birds and bones. And
I don't like that, actually.
As they were walking to the house too, there were just like fully just like deceased cats on the side of the house, like on the property.
What the fuck?
And inside of another of those boxes was a dead cat with some unburnt sage and a bunch of like cat toys.
Bro, what the were people doing rituals at this place?
But that was there when they came to clean out the property when they first purchased it.
What the fuck?
And now we get into their investigation.
Okay.
Oh, also fun fact. I actually lied about food not being stored in those freezers. The food and bodies were stored together in the morgue refrigeration area. Anyways, so they put a REM pod in the freezer and it goes off immediately. Okay. Lexi, I love her. She's really funny. She says absolutely nothing.
She's like, okay.
Yeah, no, I know. She's like, I swear to God, she's like the most unfazed person ever. I'm like,
girl, are you good?
Yeah, no, but I love her. We need to watch this video afterwards so that you can see it too. Oh, and they also do the flashlight communication one.
Flash.
They tell the spirit that they'll be more serious and ask they're asking a bunch of funny questions, and they're just like, sorry. And the flashlight wasn't responding, but the REM pod was, and they were like, sorry, we'll be more serious. And then the flashlight started flickering and responding immediately after they said that. And so they're going to go into yes or no questions, and they ask. Those
really said, stop fucking making jokes, bro. Stop fucking laughing.
Okay. These questions are like paraphrased. They're not verbatim because I was just trying to type as fast as I possibly could while watching the video. So they asked if it's Willie, no response. And then they asked, did you work here? And the light started flashing. Do you get cold? The light started flashing. And the REM pod goes off when the Sally house is mentioned. Because they started speculating. They're like, what if it's connected to the Sally house? And it started flashing.
Oh my God.
The collective group hears a humming in the morgue. Not from any of their devices. They just hear like a... like they just... Flo comes out. They have Nate lie down in the morgue like he's a body, and they cover him with a cloth sheet for fun skis, just because they're so weird, they're so wonky. Lexi was just like, you guys are fucking strange, and she was just like, she did not seem entertained by them. She looked so unhappy, but at the same time, she probably had the best time ever. Go her. I love 100%. Oh.
Oh.
While he's doing that, the table begins to shake.
Oh.
And the REM pod and the music box go off really, really loudly, like louder than they were before at the same time. And they're like, if there's someone who is working here, please turn off the flashlight. And the flashlight turns off.
Okay.
And they said, if you're ready to work on him, set off the REM pod, as they're pretending like he's a body. And the REM pod starts to go off. And the only time they get responses from the devices are just when they ask. Like, the devices are not doing random things at other times. They just go off when they're asking questions, seemingly in response. I hate it.
Yeah.
There's also a doll room.
I hate that.
There's like terrible dolls. There's a full room.
You mentioned that, and I was like, the place is already scary. Why the fuck are you adding dolls? Like, dolls literally make it 10 times scarier, especially when they're older.
Oh, they're definitely the older ones. They're like the older Victorian era porcelain dolls. No. Like, you know those scary ones that I've shown you pictures of from my house?
Yes.
They're like all like that.
No. There's
also nun dolls. Lots of baby dolls. And very specifically, they have Raggedy Ann dolls. Like the Annabelle doll.
Oh. My cousins used to call me Raggedy Ann. Was my cousins or was my grandma?
We now move to room 322.
Get to it.
So this is the room where the woman with the 19th century clothing with her hair in a bun is often seen. Lots of apparitions are seen otherwise as well. And people experience physical touches and cold spots. When they bring the flashlight in there, it flickers in response to asking if the woman is currently in the room. And in the video, like, orbs start appearing. And you see them, like, moving on the screen.
Yeah.
I think they could be dust. But they pointed it out in the video, so I figured they double-check.
There's a difference.
And ask again if it's the woman. And she turns on and off the flashlight as they ask. So they take out the EVP machine for a session, and they start hearing steps all throughout the house and the room, and slow knocks start occurring. Not like in their machines or anything, just
around them
fully. And you can hear it, like, in the recording of the video, like, you can hear, like, in the house around them, you just hear, you hear steps on the ceiling above them, you hear steps, like, on the floors above them, you hear knocks on the walls and the doors around them and throughout the house.
Bro.
And it's obvious it wasn't, like, just them, like, walking on the floor or anything, because they were just, they were very, very still.
Yeah.
The spirit box was turned off to hear that part better. And like you could, like, they just picked it up, and you just, like, it was so obviously not just like the house creaking in the wind or something. It was just ugh. So they asked for her name, and they get, I don't know her name, from the spirit box.
I don't know.
Lexi is in the hallway outside of 322. She's just like, guys, you need to come here. And she sees figures peeking out from behind the wall. And walking figures just, like, moving throughout the hallway and then peeking out.
No, girl, why are you there by yourself? Like,
I don't. She's so unfazed. She's just like, guys, look,
how are you doing this by yourself, girl?
Sam and Kobe see flickering lights in that area too when they go, and they zoom in with the camera, and they're just like, I feel like something is, like, calling us towards the attic. I feel like we need to go there. And I was like, ew, no. If it's calling you, go the opposite direction.
Go the other way. Leave.
And the crew speculates that the spirit could be leading them up there. They continue down the hall, and Lexi's EMF detector picked up more activity. So they just, instead of going directly up there, they're gonna chill out for a second because they're like, let's not go when it's calling us. That's so they go to the dungeon. They take out
Even
a
a better place.
Panasonic DR60 to record the audio.
Mm-hmm.
And to explain, they're doing this for EVPs. They're just going to be sitting down, asking questions, waiting for 5 seconds, and like they just go around in a circle asking those questions, waiting, and then they play the recording back afterwards. I'm just going to read the most interesting responses. If you need help, will you say the word help? And oh my god, in the playback of the recording, because they were like, if you need help, will you say the word help? And like they just went through all of them. You didn't hear anything, and you go back in the playback and you just hear so clearly like help, and it was like, oh give me the chills. And then like they ask, are there portals in this house? And you just hear yes, and it's like,
I'm getting like goosebumps right now. Like actually.
So those are the most notable ones that they got from there at that point, and they make their way to the chicken coop using the Ovilus, a machine that uses English phonics to form words based off of energy frequencies in the area. It's just basically it talks back for them. It's like what Bumblebee uses to speak for Transformers. And they say,
oh, these things are really cool.
Yeah, and they ask, are there portals? And it just goes, mistake, mad. And then they're like, do you want to play a game? And aside from the like machine, in the background, they just hear this like, in the background, like...
Do you want to play a game? Oh, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Hear a girl. They hear that in the background. Like just like, but they just hear that in the room with them, like separate from their machine.
Bruh.
Which is like silly because it's responding, but it's just like, what's in here?
No, yeah.
And here we've made our way to their final experiment. They go up to the attic. Remember, people were chained here against the walls, and they're going to chain someone to the wall and film them with a night vision camera while everyone else goes downstairs.
Who was it?
Lexi gets to decide who has to stay up alone.
Who'd she pick?
Sam.
I knew it. I had a feeling. Because there's another video where they made Sam be by himself with a night vision camera.
Poor Sam. He's always having like the worst panic attacks whenever they do this shit. It's so funny. No, it's not, but it kind of is. They were setting up their cameras and they started hearing things and seeing things coming from the Ovilus, and they got Sally's scream.
Oh.
Unholy. January. And then they decide to leave Sam up there all alone for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Chained to the wall. So they go into the doll room and they do the Estes method while Sam is up there for the 15 minutes.
Okay.
And they ask if anyone is there, and they hear 2 loud knocks on the window behind them. Not even like a response to the Estes method, just like the like you just and it's scary because like you hear it in the video too, and it's like obviously not wind. Like those are knocks.
Yeah.
And there's no tree to knock on that window or anything. And they hear those knocks and they get in response, see, blind. Sam asks if anyone is in there, and in the room, so like this is all happening at the same time. So I'm giving like back and forth perspectives. So if it sounds confusing, I'm going to try and say their names before I say like what they're doing, but they're in different spots of the house, but there's responses occurring on both ends.
Okay.
So Sam asks if anyone's there, and in the attic with Sam, you hear 2 knocks and just thuds in the room start happening.
Oh.
They try to start the Estes method again down in the doll room, and they ask like, do you see Sam? And the ghost responds through the Estes method saying it sees him upstairs and it acknowledges him. And Sam, bitch, they always ask for like they're asking for it. Sam was just like, Susie, is that you? Shut up, Sam. Close your mouth. Don't ask for anything.
Stop it.
Like, just
literally
sit
knock
there,
off Sam.
take a nap for 15 minutes, and then just have someone wake you up. It's fine.
It's like literally okay.
In the Estes method, they get another one. Well, when Sam asks for Susie, right at the same time, they get out from the Estes method.
Ooh.
And they ask, are we in danger? And in response, they get extreme, flashlight, dead, scared, plague. Oh, and Sam starts seeing people in the attic with him at the same time.
Bro. What?
And while they do the Estes method, they start hearing footsteps right above them, not all around the house anymore, just directly above them. And no, Sam is 2 floors above them. So it's not Sam.
Yeah, they would not be able to.
And fucking Sam, dude, he's just like, Willie, 7-foot tall guy in the attic. Come on. And I'm just like, bitch, don't do that. He hears some walking up some stairs a little bit. And down in the Estes method area in the doll room, the spirit tells them that it's going up the stairs and it's on the way to Sam. Sam upstairs mentions Sally, and there are footsteps that actively start occurring walking around him in the attic.
Oh.
This is being picked up by like the microphones in the camera, not like any of the separate audio devices that they have. They ask, is there something attached to Sam? And with the Estes method, and it says yes. And it also responds, child, make it, the girl, controlling the girl, religion, why, patterns, I have, Zion, pistols, October, attic.
What?
And Sam upstairs in the attic asks, where are you? Down in the Estes method, they get a response. It's me, husband. Honestly, I kind of get it. Me when Sam.
I love Sam. He's so sweet.
And then they ask, why are you attached? And it responds, power, afraid, breathe. He's coming. Sam starts to hear footsteps and knocks and a little girl's voice making noises. And I am so serious. You can hear the little girl's voice like in the audio, just like,
oh, I'm like, actually no.
And it's like, it's not their like EVP devices or like anything. Like, it's just the camera audio. And then like he just starts hearing the footsteps, and like he just hears a little girl's voice like mumbling around him. No. And he starts seeing a shadow moving around him.
My God.
Downstairs with the Estes method, they hear need, take me home, child.
Are they gonna go check up on Sam?
And please. Sam starts to hear whistling in the attic, and it's not only Sam. You fully hear the whistling in the attic as well. And then you hear a little girl's voice mumble again as well.
Even better.
And after that, they go up and check on Sam, because then the 15 minutes is up. But like, that's kind of literally where they end the video.
Absolutely not. That like, because the fact that like they don't even understand. They probably didn't even realize it while like until they were like editing how insane that was.
Yeah. Like, the sequence of when it all happened was absolutely horrible.
Insane, actually.
Oh, here, I'm gonna send you a picture of what the attic looks like. It's not that scary. It's fine. You don't even have to open the link. It'll just show up for you. It's just like a really old wheelchair chained to the wall, and then you see all of the other holes where the other chains were for where people were chained to the walls in the attic.
We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm.
It's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance. And yeah. Give me 1 second. I really need to pee.
Okay. Oh, it's scary in there.
It's scary in there.
I don't like that fucking chair, bruh.
Okay, 1 second. I will be on intermission.
Okay.
You've got no crown, no, you can't take my kingdom down. 'Cause you're lying around and all you seem to do is frown. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yes, that is pretty much all that I have. What do you think? Did it scare you?
Yeah, I'm a little spooked, I can't lie.
Are you gonna be able to sleep?
Yeah.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps. Perchance?
Perclaps. Perchance. Perhemps.
Perhaps.
Per lamps.
Blimps.
Ah, blimps.
There was a blimp out here during
Congrats, they're rare.
Marmar. I know. Well, because the thing is, I thought they all only exist in California.
We talked about this before. I can't remember what we found out.
So didn't know that they had blimps out here. Nope.
Okay, well. Thank you all for listening. We hope that you sincerely enjoyed this episode.
Mm-hmm.
We really
For
enjoy
real.
when you watch. We really enjoy when you listen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. For the 2-3 people. But your listens matter. We love you.
For real.
For those who don't already follow us and know about our social medias, I am Brandon._.amor on TikTok and on Instagram. And you can also listen to my music if you just look up Brandon Amor on any of your music listening platforms, including what's the one in the bars? Touch Tunes. Play me on your Touch Tunes. And also you can find this podcast on YouTube. If you're not already watching it on YouTube, just look up Rambling About Things I Read on Reddit or RATIROR, or just Brandon Amor on YouTube, and you can find it. Ronni.
Yes. You can follow me on most places at Ronni Granados, RONNIGRANADOS. And you can follow me on TikTok if you want at Ronni RONNIIRED. Ronni Red. I don't really do much other than that than post on those. So
Yeah.
anyways, check me out there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And we are so excited to see you next week. Do we know what we're talking about yet? No.
No.
But we'll find out soon.
Yes.
It'll be really exciting.
Super funsies.
Yeah. Super duper funsies. Soy super tímida, super tímida. Anyways.
Ciao.
Later. Love you.
Later, love you. Bye.
Later, love you. Bye. Thanks for watching and listening to Rambling About Things I Read on Reddit.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Oh. And peace sign. And peace sign. And peace sign with the balloons. Yes.
Okay,
It's just against you. I'm gonna stop the recording now. So sorry.
Also, can you just take...
Cause you're lying around and all you seem to do is frown.